So Qigong's been beneficial in so many ways when it comes to emotional healing and spiritual progression. For me, it started with a lot of emotional trauma. But with Qigong, at first it was just being able to let go and come in tune with my own body. So just the sensations that were happening, that alone started calming my mind. And then I started to learn about the energy systems by feeling it. And there was one moment where I kind of felt just this complete opening, almost like a waterfall coming down my body. And the four meridian lines, I felt them opening up. I started using Qigong to create flow. So with Qigong, physically moving your body, and at the same time letting go with your mind, you tune into what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing over time, you learn it, because in the beginning, you really don't know what you're doing or what you're experiencing. The traditional way of teaching Qigong is do these movements and figure it out. Just let go. What's the one thing that we all do when we try to not have to deal with an emotion? We push it down. Even the metaphor, pushing it down, pushing it away, sweeping it under the carpet. And so for me, I just knew I needed to get rid of a lot of emotional baggage that was coming up. And I knew it was emotional baggage that I had buried. And the only way to shed it, the only way to heal ourselves, is we actually have to bring it up now. It's an emotional detox that we have to go through. The way your body works is your mind controls everything. We all know that. But it's not your conscious mind. Our subconscious is actually exponentially stronger than our conscious mind. Our subconscious mind is an emotional mind. It controls our entire body, but at the same time it retains our emotions. Now think about it. The emotions that we've built up over our years, over our experiences, and a lot of them not so great, it goes down to even when we were kids. All of that's been stored in our subconscious mind. That subconscious mind at the same time is trying to run our body. The residual energy that our mind stores actually gets stored in our body. And what happens is those energies now start causing blockages in our energy system. And those energies are negative emotions, they're anxieties, they're experiences that we've been built up throughout our lives in different facets, in different ways, from different people. People that loved us, people that didn't really think that well of us. But it's how we registered those experiences that retained energy through our body. And so now our job is to start releasing them and letting them go. Qigong, because it is a technique where you start to learn to feel the energy within your body and start to work with that, even visualize it, you can then start to work with the Qigong to send that healing towards yourself. You're able, and you start to learn to build the Qi in your hands, in different parts of your body, and transmit that Qi towards yourself. You're actually learning the beginnings of energy healing, but you start with yourself. So there's the Qigong forms where now you're moving energy up and down your body and circulating it, and following the form itself actually circulates it in a very sequential, very neat, beautiful way that things start moving things through your body and start eliminating the energy, residual energy, emotional energies that are stuck. Or you can sit and you start to send the energies to your body as well. And through that you start to unlock and unblock those blocked energies, or those pathways that your mind said, you know what, it was almost a protection mechanism, and it started to block things off to protect from having to experience that. Now all of a sudden you're allowing that to release and go through you. And this is where the next step of where people might have a problem, is because now you're dealing with it. But then we're also working with our survival reaction, which is push that down and push that away. And at the same time, we're sending energy to ourselves and floating energy through our body to try to unlock that and break that apart and make that come up and out. And we have to realize that the only way to deal with it is to not block it even more, right? So now we're actually trying to use our survival technique against ourselves. So instead of blocking, we have to learn to just let it flow. And that on its own is a whole learning experience for a lot of people. It's learning that it's okay to sense what you're about to sense. It's staying in this sort of zone that we have, that this zone of light, or zone of Zen, if you will, and allowing that energy to flow out. It's almost, and this is where you get into the meditative aspect, where the meditation would teach you, when you have a thought come up, acknowledge it, thank it for showing up. Maybe even ask it what it's trying to show you. If you're not sure, if you don't understand what's happening, you can ask, what is it showing me? What would you actually, better yet, what are you showing me? What am I supposed to learn from this? And then almost saying, letting it go. Now, that's the process, but depending on how strong our trauma is, that process might take a while to work through. So Qigong helps me keep at a high energy state. What it means for me is that it helps me stay above and not be affected by the negative energies around me. And the reason that we want to bring ourselves to that higher state of energy is to allow ourselves to evolve. Because we're here to evolve energetically.